seeing everything, never being seen, leaving no trace. We are ghosts, and we do not exist.
Hello, and welcome to Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, or Wildlands as we're going to call it for the rest of the video because it's way too goddamn long as a title. I've just spawned in, along with 2 other players and a dev who is going to show us the ropes of how this game works. I should add at this point that this version of the game is a work in progress and does not represent the final product, just to get that out the way. Now, if you don't know what Wildlands is about, the basic gist of it is that Bolivia has turned into a drug state run by a drug cartel.
Frag out, heads up.
We are an elite troop of soldiers coming to take out the stew maker, otherwise known as El Pozolero, who lives in the San Mateo province. And under his reign, about 300 people have gone missing and no one really knows where they are. Now, El Pozolero, the stew maker, assumedly has something to do with this and does make the bodies disappear, so I'm sure you can do the math as to where those bodies have gone. So, you'll notice on my left hand side that we are joined by some llamas, and there's also pigs. I did see some pigs. So the sheer variety of wildlife that games like Far Cry 4 offered will hopefully be in this. Look at the llamas. And also, if you accidentally scare them too much, they'll go in and they'll spook everyone. So you kind of want to be a little bit cautious about the wildlife. Don't shoot the pigs either, or the hens. And there's also civilians.
I'm looking at a small group of tangos.
Hola, hermano. Down, you're giving yourself away.
So, with any strategic game, it's always best to know your enemies. So we're going to start by scoping them out with our gun sights.
Eyes on a small group of tangos.
We're then going to take to the skies with our drones.
Deploying drone.
Now, the drones are very similar to like the Watchdog ones. There seems to be a lot of drones in Ubisoft lately. Don't mind that guy who's just going to get taken out by combat stealth. That's all fine. Yeah, like there seems to be a lot of drones currently. We're really into drones with the old UB, and I don't really have a problem with that. I quite liked drones. Obviously, things like Star Wars have kind of put them back into the limelight, and I do quite like little sort of gadgety things. And it does make sense if you're an elite troop. We saw the success in Rainbow Six Siege. That's definitely been carried through, like the Tom Clancy vibe. There's a bit of the Far Cry vibe. And it's really nice to actually see if you're like into Division or Rainbow Six. And Far Cry as well, I suppose, would count because of the setting and the animals. There's definitely vibes of all of that, like a weird hybrid.
LT's trying to run.
So, what we have just done here is we have just grabbed the manager of this lovely establishment. And he's going to help us with narrowing down where the stew maker is.
Tell me everything you know about
Eyes on
the
a
people
vehicle
who
with
gone
guns
missing in San
Count to
Mateo.
05.
Where I swear to God, you're gonna be next. There's a village called Rosario, okay? The cartel's built a prison there. It's where they keep people who sympathize with the rebels.
Cool, so now we've done that mission, we've been given a little bit of information about where to go next. And it turns out there's like a town fort thing, like nearby, that may have further information about where the stew maker is, and also has some captives.
Marking target. Watch the background.
So we are just going to swing by this random outpost that has a helicopter and take that. Because, hey, if you're going to travel in style, and also it carries 4 people, and it's quite hilly, you know? It's a bit easier for everyone involved. So we're just going to take these rebels out. Or in my case, try and work out how cover works, because noob. And then, yeah, swing by, hit up the helicopter, take it out for a little spin.
Frag out.
And, yeah, I'm just going to flank these guys as well, because they're just going to be a problem, man, you know? Like, we can't have any of this shit happening. If I could hit things. I mean, you know, I apologise, I'm on a controller.
Clear. How you guys holding up?
Whilst I believe this is available for PC, Xbox One and PS4, as usual, controllers were only available for demos. So my poor little Master Race PC hands, once again, did struggle somewhat with aiming. Here we go. Helicopter! Now, there are guns on the helicopter, and you can choose whether you want to use them or whether you don't want to bother. So this is what the minigun looks like. It's pretty good. I kind of got on it thinking like, I'm going to fuck someone up, but there's no one there to fuck up. There's just a very nice lake with some slightly funky light textures, but that's okay because, as I said, it is early build. Yeah, just enjoy the view. I mean, it does look really nice, doesn't it? But we don't have time for sitting around and looking at pretty things. We have a job to do, and we are rendezvousing at that smoke cloud directly below us. And we're going to do it in style because instead of just landing the helicopter, which you could do, we're all going to jump out of it and then parachute down, which is totally going to work. We're totally not going to miss the mark. No one is going to go flying into the camp like a nutter. Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there that perhaps someone might screw up. Oh no, hello. I'm just watching the mini-map because I never actually saw... Yeah, there we go. Someone has just gone straight for the yellow point. Whoops, a daisies. Well, luckily I think they've realised to come back round, but it just goes to show, listen to your team leader. Yeah? This is how you roll in these kind of things. So, yeah, don't worry about that guy who's a little bit fucked up. Don't worry about him. I'm sure that's not a warning sign or anything to people in the area. So this is Rosario, which is a sort of like prison fortress thing. Those of you who know Far Cry will see some elements that you go, oh yeah, cool, yeah, like the minigun that's on the wall, and bits and bobs, front gate, and yeah, we just sort of go around and we're marking them out. It's quite heavily fortified. You don't want to go in the front door. There are alarms. I don't know if you could turn them off. I couldn't see a switch, but not to go into too much detail. By the time we got to the alarms, it was a little too late to be trying to stop them going off.
I'm looking at a small group of tangos. Another target, count is 10.
From here, it's pretty simple. I'm going to cut this down because you guys have sort of seen it before. You should know Far Cry, and you should have seen a little bit of Rainbow Six Siege from me before. If you watched me playing it at Gamescom, which we don't talk about because LOL!
We're good.
Yeah, so team leader, which is the dev, I'm with the dev, I'm that cool. Team leader and I are going to take these guys out. We're then going to get our way up to the sniper point and use that to then take out various different people in the area that we can see. Meanwhile, the other team are going to be circling around to do a similar thing but from the ground and clear out the entire camp.
We got a PC over here. If there's a record of the prison's inmates, it's here. No time to be choosy. We'll download every document.
Once we've cleared the camp out, it should be pretty easy to stroll on in, maybe save a few civilians that are just locked up, hack the PC that's conveniently sitting out, and get some information about the boss's identity for the local area. And that does turn out to be El Pozolero, the stew maker. So that has been a very quick look at Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, guys. What do you think about it? Are you excited for it? What are you excited about for it? What else did you see at E3 that took your fancy? Do let me know in the comments. Don't forget to check out the E3 playlist as well for more games. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye!